And I am going to get up the thing, like finished downloading or whatever. I just have to upload it to my YouTube, the training from Monday night. But I'm super, super, super excited. So these 3 girls all enroll like 20 plus customers every single month. And I think it's like in a variety of different ways. So I'm interested, to hear like, who's doing it from host to post, who's messaging, who's getting people from like their stories. So I'm really excited for this. I'm going to stop talking and let Murphy start talking because, like I said, we have a lot of stuff to go over and only a little bit of time. So I just asked to unmute you. Did it work?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can definitely hear you, you little married little nugget.
Thanks. Yes, I just got married, I think 3 days ago now. So I am
I
so
saw
new to
your
the married life, but so
I saw your
excited.
sneak peek pictures. They're like gorgeous. Your makeup, so good.
Thank you. Yes, one of my best friends did my makeup and
It
she's
was so
amazing.
good.
Thank
Flawless.
you.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself and let you talk.
Sounds good. Okay, so my name is Murphy. I am a triple diamond in the business. I joined a little over 2 years ago. I had just turned 20 years old, broke college student, could barely pay any of my bills, gas or groceries. Like I would just overwork myself over the summer because I was so busy during the school year with having a full class load, being actively involved in student organizations. I trained and ran a marathon when I was in college. I just like was so busy. And so I was just overworked myself in the summer, saved up all my money, and it was just not cutting it. So when I came across this opportunity on Instagram, I was like, if I can just have an extra $100 to $200, that would get me by. So I figured that I had nothing to lose. Hi, everybody that's saying hi in the chat. I am Blue, so I love all the people. I'm a people person. When you say hey, I'm like, hey, here's the party. Um, and within 3 months, I promoted to Ruby. And so I had reached that goal of that extra couple $100 a month. And then that was kind of the turning point for me that I was like, if I, in a few months, can earn a couple $100 a month, and I earned the Ruby bonus. Back then they had a $1,000 Ruby bonus, and now they have a Ruby bonus again. So if you're brand new, go get that Ruby bonus because you're going to see like the biggest Ruby paycheck ever, and it's going to be amazing. And so I was like, I want to take this full time. So by my 6th month in the business, I went diamond, which is the first full-time income rank in the company. And pretty much from that point out, I was like, this is what I want to do with my life. And I finished out college and got my degree. I graduated in December of 2019, and 3 months later went double diamond, and then 2 months later went triple diamond. And have not looked back since. This business pays for all of our bills, pays for the new house that we bought. I got to buy my first house at age 21, which is something not a lot of people get to say. I just got married and we paid for it completely in cash. We don't have credit cards, and we just get to live like a life that we've always dreamed of and that I never would have thought was possible. I was going to school to be a school counselor, and so I actually would have had to go for another 2 years to get my master's degree to make $50K a year. And now I'm a triple diamond, which if you go look at our income disclosure, you can see the average income for that. And it's just been completely life-changing. And I'm just so grateful and thankful that this business came into my lap. So that is just a little bit of my story. And I'm going to be here to talk to you guys tonight about how I enroll customers. Like Asia said, I enroll at least 20 customers a month, sometimes 30, 40, 60 customers a month is what I enrolled when I went triple. So, anywhere in that range, customers in my jam, distributors too. But I know that Alicia is talking tonight, and she's a double diamond on my team, and she kills it with host to post. So I know that she's going to go over that. I do get a lot of enrollments from host to post, but I wanted to talk about other ways that I get customers too, since I know that she's really going to touch on that. I just wanted to share with you guys, first of all, a couple host to posts that I use just so that you can have them. I'm going to copy them from my text. Luckily, I copied these all over from my text before this Zoom so I can share with you guys in the chat all my messages. Normally, I forget to do that. But this is the most used host post that I use. I know Alicia uses this one too, but I want to share another weight loss one that I also use because I'm going to talk about how I do upsell with it. So The first thing that I wanted to really touch on is upselling. So if you do the math, it takes 5 triple threats, which is an 83 BV order, to fill a 400 box versus 13 orders of Thermophyte X. So if you do the math, selling 2 to 4 products gets you way farther than just selling one product does. So seriously, the upsell is everything. I would say that from most of my hosted posts, they start with Thermophyte X, but my most sold combo is Thermophyte X, Fat Fighters, and Cleanse. And that's 83 BV, even with the free shipping. And so once I get their number, I always send them this upsell message if they were like going to order the Thermophyte X. And I'm hoping it's not too long for me to send the whole thing in the chat, because I know that this happened to me one time, but we're going to see if it'll let me send. Might have to send it in 2 pieces. We'll see. Oh, perfect. It works. So I just tell them as I'm putting their order in, or as I'm creating their cart, that I recommend adding these 2 products along with it to help boost their results. I send them a results picture with it. And I also tell them that they're going to get free shipping with that special. And that like seals the deal with them all the time. And that takes you from a 31 to an 83 BV order, you guys. So definitely use that upsell. I do a lot of triple threat packs with that first weight loss hosted post that I sent. So I message them first and say, hey, I saw your comment. I'd love to help you reach your weight loss goal this year. Are you a coffee drinker, and how much are you looking to lose? And then from there, if they say they like coffee, I ask them if they like flavored, chai tea, or dark roast. And that's where I go into choosing which coffee is best for them. And then I also add on the Thermophyte X and the Cleanse. And those are super high BV orders as well. So that's what I do from that weight loss hosted post. And then I also use the unicorn upsell message. Basically what it is it just offers like a bunch of different products that they can add on to their order as like a one-time special offer. And if you'll notice, we got rid of like the Mocha Dreams upsell, which was like used to be you could add the coffee and the chocolate greens on for a special price. Now it offers them 3 different products at an even discounted more price. Usually I get most of the time, it's either Skinny Brew, Thermophyte X, Hair, Skin, and Nails, or Chocolate Greens. That's the ones that I get on it the most, but I can send you guys, so that's why the pricing is kind of different in this unicorn upsell message that I send. But I will put that in the chat as well so you guys can use it. I'm going to send it in 2 separate.
So
because I know this one gets too long. Yes,
do you have a question? Do you place your customers' orders, or do you send them a shopping cart?
I most of the time place them for them. So I have the full conversation usually on Facebook, or if it's from Instagram, and then I ask for their number when they're like ready to order, and then I text them and I always say, hey, it's Murphy, how are you? Be personable with your people, you guys. They want to tell you about their life, get to know them, make that connection with them. So I always just kind of chit chat with them first, and then I automatically tell them I'm placing another customer's order right now to secure my discount. Can I go ahead and get yours in too? And most of the time they say yes to that. So if they say, no, I don't feel comfortable with you doing it, then I do the cart. But most of the time I just go ahead and place it for them. So I hope that answers your question. I think now I got the other half of the unicorn upsell message that I sent. So there's that. So that's the upselling that I wanted to do. So I just wanted to touch on that really quickly. Another thing that I wanted to go over as far as Facebook is I just do like little simple product posts on my Facebook, but the key to these is not to do them all the time, because if you post them every single day, your algorithm's not going to be as good and you're not going to get as many comments. So the key to this is to make sure that you're interacting on your Facebook and you're doing interaction posts on your Facebook. So interaction posts, if you don't know what those are, is just like asking random silly questions on your Facebook to try to get responses from people, like literally asking them what they're going to wear for Halloween, or you give them 3 options of food and say, which one would you ditch, or whatever. There's a bunch of interaction posts in like all of the team pages that we have. And I steal a lot from other people too. So literally just it's literally just asking people random questions to boost your algorithm. So when you are doing those daily and then you post a product post either once or twice a week, you're more likely for more people to see it and get more comments. So super simple ones that I do on Facebook is, this was like a Thermify X one that I did at the beginning of this month. It just says 2 pills a day for 90 days. I had over 30 comments on it, got multiple customers from that. The cleanse is a really good one. Fat Fighters is a super good one. Who would be willing to do my $25 weight loss challenge? When you post about that not frequently, they really think you have a weight loss challenge special, and it like blows up. I also use that as a follow-up too for people who said the Thermify X was too much. I asked them to do my $24 weight loss challenge. Jade is like, I'm over here scrolling your Facebook. Jade, I haven't been able to post on Facebook for a week because I told you about my crazy problem that happens where Facebook thinks my photos are nudity and spam and all these things. So we can't like figure out why. I just got my identity confirmed today. So if you've had this problem on Facebook, this is like a side note, you can get your identity confirmed. So they literally mail you a code to your address and then you type it into Facebook, and then apparently you're supposed to have no more problems after that if you've been getting blocked on Facebook a lot. So I got my identity confirmed yesterday. My block is up in like 15 hours. So I am just hoping. I know it's under settings and then like personal information and then like identity something. I can like message me after this and I can like send you the little steps or whatever. So yes, so I think that's mostly all that I wanted to talk about for Facebook. Switching over to Instagram. On Instagram, I focus a lot on my stories and on sending the collab message. So I copied down the collab message as well in my computer so I can send over this message that I use. It's just basically asking them if they want to collab with me and try either my Skinny Brew or my hair, skin, and nails. Now, this one works super well for me on Instagram because I share my coffee every single morning, you guys. I'm always making it. I'm always talking about the Skinny Brew. So when I send them this message asking them if they want to try it, they already know what I'm talking about because they've been watching my stories. And so that's a really easy sell for me. Plus, when we have the pick 2 and 3, they can get the coffee and the Skinny Brew, 2 bags of it, plus the coffee and the hair, skin, and nails for $75. That's amazing as well. And the hair, skin, and nails just works really well on Instagram because all the blogger models want to grow out their hair and stuff. So I sell a lot of that on Instagram. So that message is amazing. And then my story. So this kind of ties into that. Like I said, I post about the coffee every single day on my story. And so when I message people that, it really helps, but just find a product that you identify with, and you can even change that. So like if you're constantly posting about like the skinny tea, for example, change your message to that. Or if you use the celery every day, put the just celery in your message. Cause I know a lot of people use the celery every day. I need to be more consistent with the celery, but you can definitely add that and change your message to that because people are going to be seeing you use those products. And then another thing is, even though I consistently post about the coffee every single day, I like to switch it up. Like last month, I posted about the collagen when I hadn't posted about it in a couple weeks, and it like blew up, and I sold 3 things of collagen that day, people swiping up to my story. So even though you want to find a product and consistently use it because people will watch you, also share the other products, you guys. We have like 50 something products, I think. We have so many, and the skincare is amazing on Instagram. People love like the lash and brow serum, sharing the hair, skin, and nails, cleanse, collagen, all that kind of stuff is really good to share on Instagram as well. So I think that was mostly all that I had, but if you have any questions for me, just let me know.
Yeah, I do. I have a couple questions. Okay. So when you're having your conversations with your customers, are you sending them voice messages, or are you like just using your text replacement and sending them texts?
I use WordBoard. So I literally have everything saved in my WordBoard. So like I have my whole host of host conversation. I have my upsell messages that I sent in there. I have the whole Skinny Brew and hair, skin, and nail message that I send in my WordBoard as well. But if they ask like more detailed questions, then yes, I will voice message them. But if it's like they're just following the script and saying what I want them to say, I'm just like click, click, click. And if you don't have WordBoard, I definitely suggest getting it because you can be talking to somebody about the Skinny Brew and somebody about the triple threat and talking to somebody from host to post all at the same time. So
I literally still use text replacement.
Really? Oh my gosh, WordBoard is like a game changer. And I have a folder in WordBoard that's my new distributor training. And I literally have my whole new distributor training in there as well. And it has like saved my life. So if
I
you have
just
a
love
lot of new distributors, put the training in your WordBoard and then you can just click through
yeah.
that as well.
So when I'm like working from my like computer, I can use my like text replacement to like send messages. So I've been using it since like I found out text replacement was a thing. I do have WordBoard, but like I'm just so used to like, okay, like, you know, like I'll have like triple threat. So I just write like triple threat coffee, like triple coffee, or triple C is like my thing for coffee, and it just like sends the whole blurb. Um and then my last question, or my next question, I don't know if it's going to be my last. Whenever you're going over pricing, how do you send the pricing? Do you break it down by the package? Do you break it down by each individual like thing? So say like me and you are having a conversation and I'm like, okay, yeah, like I want a month supply of the coffee. I want the greens, and I want like the Thermophyte X. Like, okay, that sounds good. How much is it? Like, how do you respond?
I break it down by product usually, but if we have the pick 2 and 3, then
Mm-hmm.
like no, because it's kind of all bundled together. But I can go ahead and just like send an example in the chat of like what I would send. I just texted them to myself. So like this is an example of if I'm offering them the Skinny Brew and the Cleanse and the Thermopylae X. I always, if they're wanting to do like a triple threat, I always offer them like 2 bags of the coffee, because normally they're wanting to lose more weight. And so you want them to be drinking the coffee every single day. So that's just like an example of the triple threat pack message. And then I can send
That's
how I describe
literally
the
what I
price. I'm
what I
pretty sure
do.
I got these from Cheyenne Knox. I'm pretty sure she's the one who like drafted all these, but these are the price messages that I use. And it's worked like a charm. So, and then if they say that, oh, that's too much, then you can just take a product off. It's super simple there, because they can also see like the individual prices of the products
So
too.
do you, so now I'm reading this. So this is literally like how I send all my stuff too. And it totally came from Cheyenne Knox.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I think I got them from Cheyenne like way back when, but I have them like also for like the keto coffee and chocolate greens, and then the one with the chai tea. So
Yeah, yeah. So is this the only time that you talk about the 90-day challenge, or do you talk about that beforehand?
this is the first time that I mention it is here. And
Okay.
then when I get their number, I remind them of it again as I'm like putting in their order, telling them that they're going to get an order this month, October and November. This is the price. Does that sound good, before I submit their order, just to be like super compliant and everything. But
Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah. I was just wondering because like usually um I'll send something like this, and then they'll ask about like the 3-month thing, or like if they're coming from like a host to post, sometimes it's like some my friends looking for someone to like try this out for 90 days or whatever. And then I just like reiterate, like, you're gonna get 1 order each month, but like next month we can change it up. If you don't want to do the cleanse, like we can take that out, etc.
yes, I just sound super excited with them when I'm placing their order. And I think that just changes everything. Just have the excitement. I'd be like, I can't wait for you to get your order. You're going to get one, like you said, this month, next month, and the next month. I can't wait to see your results. This is going to boost them and make them amazing. But your pack is totally customizable to you, so we can switch it up next month if you want to change it. So
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
just reassuring them that they can change it also helps. But just being super excited with them and letting them know that this is going to get them the best results doing the 90-day challenge. So
Um, so WordBoard. So it comes up as like a keyboard. So I don't know if it's a thing for like Androids. I think it's just an iPhone thing, but I'm not positive. So
yeah,
don't.
I know Android has an equivalent, but of course I can't think of what it is right
Yeah.
now.
So if you have an iPhone,
But Brooklyn, you don't have to go into the app every single time. You just activate your WordBoard keyboard, and then it's like an extra keyboard in your phone. So it's literally just like you texting people, except you just hit a
literally
button and the
like
whole
this.
message comes out. Yeah,
When you go
exactly
into
like
your
Age is
text, you like
showing.
have all your keyboards. You
Mm-hmm.
click on WordBoard and you can like create folders within it. So like I have one that's like all my host to post scripts. Um, so yeah, It's like once you
Yeah,
get
it seriously is the
so
best thing
easy to
ever.
use.
Like, it takes a little tiny bit of time to set it up. Pay for the unlimited keys because I think it costs $10 to have unlimited keys, but it's so worth it. Yeah, whatever the price is, it's so worth it because
$19.99.
you'll use it for that. See, I could have sworn it was $9.99 when I got
It
it.
was. It was
Okay.
it was free when I downloaded it.
Yeah, see, they up the price because they see all of us using it. They know how amazing it is.
So
So
like,
yeah, no, it's worth every single penny.
so,
And you
so
can write it off for your taxes. So save your receipt, write it off.
yeah,
It's so worth it.
it's a tax write-off. So okay, awesome. Well, I think that answered all my questions that I had for you. And now I see Amber on my screen. So I'm gonna go right to her next. Thank you so much, Murphy. I'm gonna mute
Yeah,
you
thank you guys.
right over to Amber. Okay. There we go. Let me see. Us unmute. Did it pop up? Hi, Amber.
Hi, thank you
Okay.
so much for having me.
Yeah, I'm super excited. So Cheyenne had like nothing but awesome stuff to say about you. So I'm really excited to hear your story because I obviously we didn't get a lot of time to talk because I have 17 kids and life is crazy, but I'm really, really excited. So I'm going to mute myself and I'm just going to let you jump right in, introduce
Okay.
yourself, and then talk to us about how you are enrolling all these customers.
Okay.
Okay.
So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Amberly. I'm 20 years old. The only child, a dog mom, a college student, full time. And when I first joined this business 7 months ago, I was like, okay, all I do is either college or Netflix, and I ran out of shows to watch. And so I basically wanted something to do. And so I didn't want to have to go and get a job and then interfere with my college and my rhythm. And I was just like, no. And so my friend posted about it. She messaged me. I signed on within a week. And then I was like, okay, well, I got nothing to lose. So let's run. So I got my shopping spree within 21 days. I went Ruby my second month. I kind of coasted by until like the end of July, beginning of August. I got my stuff together and I really focused on my goals and my purpose for joining. And I was like, okay, I want to make something of this. So another thing is that I am money hungry. And so if you do giveaways or like anything with gifts and it's money involved or anything at all, you have my attention, first of all. So I was just like, okay, I want more money. How can I get it? So fast start bonuses, all I see are dollar signs. And I know that's bad because you have a team and you want to help them. But in my head, I'm like, that's a bonus, okay? So I do whatever I can to ensure that I'm not only helping my team, but I'm also not letting those go by because one, the shopping spree is amazing for people to redeem, but it's also even more amazing when you get a little gift for helping them achieve it. You know what I mean? So I am working towards Emerald and I just went crazy last month. I even shocked myself. So I had like so many different fast start bonuses, and I was like, oh my god, all I see are like the days throughout the month that I have to claim all those. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a hot mess. So I just sat down, I started praying, I started doing all the things, and I really dove into being a better person. And I spent a lot more time with God than I did ever. And so I think that really helped me get through the tough times, especially. But basically, I'm just going to stop rambling because I can talk all day. What I do to enroll is I am unique, you guys. I do things that nobody else does, and I do things that just are you're like, oh my gosh, she really did that. So basically, what I do is I do not enroll from host to host. I get them up like crazy, but I do not get all my enrollments from them. So what I do is basically I really define what it means to be a distributor. I show up every single day, even on the days when I wake up and I'm like, I don't feel like waking up. No, you get out of bed and you go do your things. So every morning I wake up, I go live on my story and make my celery, and then I wait until like a little while later and I will go live on Facebook and make my coffee. I always go Facebook live, especially when I added new friends. And I just, you guys, I love this coffee. I drink it every single day. And so when you find that product that you connect with, it's going to be so easy for you to advertise it and to get people's attention because you believe in it so much. And so it's my first and last name, my Instagram. I will type it right here. And so basically what I do is on my story, I try to show my face as much as I can. And before I just go through my Instagram posts, you're gonna notice that what I have to offer is a lot of self-confidence, self-love, just do whatever you set your mind to kind of vibes. And so I always make sure to show my face on my story, and then I'll throw in some product slides, some coffee slides, business slides, and all that. But I always make it a point to show me. Whether I'm talking, it's a selfie, it's a boomerang, I make sure I'm in there. And if I go a day without showing myself, I'll be like, oh, sorry guys, I was a robot today. It was just not my day. But I like to show myself on my story because even though I don't really enroll from Instagram, I do have a lot of followers on there that I want to connect with one way or another. So basically, how I enroll, I message everybody and their mom. Okay, so I go through Facebook, I go through friends. I'll sometimes go through the most recent. It's like this little button. I'm sure y'all seen it, and it says I'm on my grandma's computer, so I like can't even work with this. But it's like somewhere around here, and it says most recent, and I'll just start from the top, and I'll interact, and then I'll message that person that posted, and I'll ask them to throw up a post for me. And if they've already thrown up a post for me, I'll send them this message to see if they want to be a product tester. Um, Normally, I like to do 20 or more host to posts a day, being that you can literally get your 6 lists all done with host to posts. Thank God for whoever created them. But now I've been on a tangent where I try to do 40 or more. So far I've gotten like 150 host to posts just this week alone. And it's all about discipline, you guys. When you want something really bad, you're going to do whatever it takes to get there. And so for me, whenever I see a fast start that's about to expire, I'm like, oh nope, we gotta do some work here. And so I will message like crazy. I message at least 100 people a day. I don't go to bed until I've messaged 100 people. That is my number. Um, and recently, what I started doing is I started adding 100 new friends, whether it's 100 all on Instagram or I split it between Instagram and Facebook. And the reason why I started working my Instagram is because I'm always locked out of Facebook like there's no tomorrow. It's ridiculous. And so I was like, I cannot be sweating every time I get locked out of Facebook because I have to work on Instagram. Like, I want to be able to do both. So once you find that rhythm within yourself, you guys, and you're able to do both, the chances of you getting blocked are really low, which I am working on that. But basically, what I do on Instagram is I will go on the people that follow me, and I'll just start from the very top, and I'll message every single one to post for me on their story. That's the message, and I always send them that, whether I know them or not, even if they recently just followed me like that minute, I will like 3 pictures, I'll comment on one, and I will send them that message. One, because I have a host of postings that I'm trying to get consistent with, and two, because the more people that see what I have to offer or see what I do, the more faster my business will grow in the long run. So basically, I've been planting like a ton of seeds, and I'm just so excited for them to all grow. And so that is how I message on Instagram. I always follow 100 people, and as they start friending back, I interact immediately. I like 3 and I comment on 1. That is just like my little system. And oh my gosh, I'm like kind of like nauseous. Anyways, and so then then I'll go to Facebook. And how I work my Facebook, you guys, is that is my main platform. And so I'm about to spill some tea because I don't think anybody else does this. So what I do is I am such a night owl. I will not go to bed until 4 a.m. like a psycho. And so what I do is after 11 p.m., like I literally wait till 11 p.m. to post anything. I will throw up a live post on Instagram, which merges to Facebook, and then I will also post a giveaway post. I do it every single night, and before I post a new one, I hide the previous one. So if you go to my profile, you're gonna see like, well, how does she get all these? She doesn't even post because I hide them, you guys. And so what I do is I literally post it after 11 p.m. because one, The night owls, they are up at these hours. They get out of work, they're exhausted, they're watching TV, they're scrolling. When they're scrolling, they're gonna see your post, they're gonna be like, ooh, free money, I want it. And so I always post it, and it's very rare when it blows up really fast, but other occasions I wake up to 20, sometimes I wake up to 50. And so this whole like little thing is allowing the night owls to participate, because during the day if you post, they're not gonna see it. And if they do see it, it's gonna be too late. You know what I mean? And so I like to do it at night so that I have all day for people to comment and interact. And if I notice it's getting kind of slow, I will go to reply to a few comments like, hey, I messaged you, or hey, I got you entered, just to boost the post back up on other people's feeds and more people start commenting on it. So that is how I work my host to post, aka messaging. And I always get enrollments from messaging or even just showing up. I had this girl slide up on my Instagram and she's like, I want coffee. How do I get it? And she literally bought it within 5 minutes. It was like the best conversation I've ever had all day. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay. So it is very important you show up in all the ways possible, whether it's your story, you're posting, you are messaging, you're doing something. Always show up for your business, because people are going to want to know what you have to offer. They're going to want to know what you do. I had this girl talking about my coffee that I had 5 new friends hop on my coffee live today. And they were like, oh, what is that? And so I messaged all of those people. So your growing potentials, no matter what you work on, whether you're interacting, you're following new people, you are doing host to post, you're always getting new people to your market, and they're going to be future potentials in the long run. And so I always enroll from messaging and from showing up in general. And so I think you just have to like find your rhythm, and you have to think to yourself like, okay, if so and so can do this in this many days, why can I do it in lesser days? You just gotta discipline yourself, you guys, literally. And right now, even though I'm focusing on all these fast starts, I am still helping my team promote so that we can go emerald. Because you guys, no matter how far you are, or if you have a team that's not working, or your chart just fell apart and you have to rebuild, you still have goals and you still deserve to achieve those goals no matter what falls apart. And so even though I may be alone, I only have 3 people working, I'm gonna make sure I run with those 3 people and that we go to Emerald and we all have accomplished our own goals, because everybody joins this business for a reason. And just because other people stop showing up, it doesn't mean you get to forget about the people who do show up for you. And so those are my tips. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Um, Ooh, that's a good question. Do you have them do a post for you and a story for you? So for a host to post on Facebook, my top 2 are the giveaway, the coffee, and if they already did the coffee, I will do hair, skin, nails, or the business opportunity. But I like to just stick with 2 a day so I'm not all over the place. But normally, if they have never posted for me, I will do a giveaway post, which I have no clue if it's the same one Shay uses or if I switch it up a bit, but that is my giveaway post. And then I use this coffee post, this hair, skin, nail post. By the way, that's my number in case anyone needs anything. Um, and so then I sometimes will do fat fighters. I'm not really big on thermal fight X because I personally haven't used it, and I'm just like, I'm a little scared, so I just try not to touch with it too much. But like I said, you guys, find the product that you are confident in and sell it like hotcakes. Because once you believe in something so much, you're gonna feel so easy and so like confident when talking about the product, selling the product. And if anyone has any question, you'll be like, oh yeah, this is my experience. Of course, everybody's different, and just go off of that. And as far as like Instagram, I created my own product post, and I know everybody uses Instagram for distributor host to post, but lately I've been doing it with coffee, and I just created a cute little template. It has my coffee post with a picture of me on one side and a little tiny like hot coffee, cold coffee at the bottom left corner, and it just says, "Do you drink coffee?" at the top. So cute, so simple, and I just have them post it and tag me. It has my number on there, it has my Instagram on there, so they can contact me either way. And the reason why I started attaching my number is because I'm always locked out of Facebook, so it gives me that form of security when people post for me. And I'm just like, well, they have my number, like, I'm not gonna sweat it. And so that is how I do my host to post. I do message a lot on Instagram more than Facebook so that I can still have access to Facebook. And I find that it makes me grow a lot faster network wise if I just continue to be consistent with following and messaging and interacting all at one time. And so that is basically how I wrote host to post. I'm just trying to glance at the questions.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so a couple of things, guys, that she said that are so important, and I just want to like reiterate and make sure you heard them. Is that so? She doesn't do host to post for TFX because she doesn't use it, right? So if you drink the coffee every day and you love the coffee and you could just like literally just like spit out all the fire about the coffee because you are so in love with it, then like that's what you should be focusing on selling, because people are buying your excitement. If you've never used a product and you're trying to sell, 100 of them in a month, but you're not using that, like it's not going to sell itself the way that it's going to if you're talking about something that you love and that you're passionate about. Um, so I had a couple questions. So you make the celery on your Instagram live, and then you make the coffee on your Facebook live. Do you make a video, like do you share a video about the coffee to your Instagram also so that people are seeing you use it on that platform?
I will do my celery on my story, and then whenever I do go Facebook, it's very rare that I share it as an IGTV on Instagram, only because it takes hours to upload, which is insane. But I try to share it at least 3 times a month, my coffee live, and then I always mention in my story after celery, like, go to my Facebook and we'll talk more about coffee. I can show you how I make it, because after I go live on my Facebook, I do a boomerang with my coffee on my Instagram story, so they know I made it.
Okay, I got you. That's what I was wondering. Like, are you showing that you're using both of those products? So is that like, do you sell a lot of coffee and celery because you're just consistently using it all the time?
My top products that I do sell are coffee, hair stew, nails, and our fat fighters. Those are my top three that I sell like no problem. My Whenever they come to me to buy coffee, it's because they either saw my live or they saw like one of their family members post about it for me. But like I said, it's very rare that I enroll from host to post, but like a lot of my enrollments are coffee based. And then I'll do hair, skin, nails because I'll either post about it or I always talk in my life like, guys, I'm in New Mix, my hair was falling out, it was thin, I was insecure about my hair, and now it's thick, long, and healthy, all because I just added this to my daily routine. So simple, so easy, like it's not hard. You can easily do this every single day. And I think a lot of people have an issue with doing a 90-day challenge is because they're like, well, I am not consistent. No, but if it's really simple, you can find a way to be. You know what I mean? And so those are the top products that I do sell.
Right, does anyone have any questions you can put in the chat? I'm going to just like read up through here. Someone asked if you get good response during the night to messages. So do you message at nighttime or you just put up your post at night?
Sometimes I will message at night and they will respond back, especially if I'm doing Instagram host to post. They respond like normally right away. But when I would message on Facebook at nighttime, a lot of the time it was either to post or be a product tester. And I've signed a few customers here and there between 2 and 4 a.m. only because I give that time space for the night owls to see what I'm doing and have a chance to interact with my stuff. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but if you talk to a lot of night owls, they need energy. They probably work all day. So when they see something about energy, they're going to be like, what is it? You know what I mean? And so that's just something to keep in mind. I saw this other question about why do I hide them. I hide my posts because I want to just have people commenting on one post at a time, and versus seeing 5 different giveaway posts and then me going to different posts replying to comments. Like I like to be a little organized with my posts, right? I like to hide previous ones that are like kind of way down the line. So that's why I hide my posts.
Yeah. So if you guys go on your Facebook, if you're like looking at your timeline and you hit like the little three dots, you can click hide from timeline. And then what that's going to do is it's going to make it, I do this with before and after pictures all the time, especially on my Instagram. I'll post a before and after picture and I'll leave it up for 24 hours and then I'll archive it. So I can still message the people that commented on it because I can see it. But when someone goes to my feed, they're not going to see a bunch of before and after pictures. So when someone goes to her feed, they're not going to see that she's posting, you know, a bunch of giveaway posts all the time. They're just going to see that one because she's archived the other one, but she still has access to it to reach out to the people that commented on it. So it's just a way to make your page look cleaner. And yeah, I do that all the time on Facebook and Instagram. I'm like, okay, hide, hide. So it just makes everything look nicer. So we literally have 17 minutes left. So I'm gonna hop over to Alicia. Amberly, thank you so much. I took like so many notes on what you just said. And I'm going to mute you and I'm gonna hop over to Alicia. If I can find her and I see her. Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, so Murphy says that you kill it with the host to post. So I'm just going to let you take it away because Jade Zoom starts in 16 minutes and Sarah Bailey's going to be logging in and kicking me out again like she did on Monday.
Yeah, so I try. I love host to post. Host to post is my jam. I love it. So I am a full-time physical therapy student, so busy is an understatement for me. I joined almost 2 years ago now. I think my 2 years is next month, which is so crazy. But I joined as a broke college student, like so broke, it's not even funny. Couldn't even afford my bills. Gas was a struggle. So when I saw Murphy posting about her making money from her phone, I jumped all in. I promoted Ruby like right off the bat in like 2 months, 6 months, Emerald, and then I kind of like hit a little lull in my business the next 6 months. But then I went to conference. So, I mean, I don't know if we're going to have conference this year, but when we do have our next conference, go, or any events, go, because that changes your whole business, your whole life. So then in March this year, I went diamond. Then the next month I went double in April. So I wasted no time. I was like, I'm done being stuck at Emerald, and I went double in April. So I have always loved host to post, but I think this year I really just kind of stepped up my game and went all in with it. And it's such a good, easy system. So if you're busy during your days, if you have a lot of things to do, host to post is where it's at. It's just a really good system to do. So basically what I do is I will post a giveaway post every other day or so, or like every 2 days. And I'll do it when I can, honestly. So a lot of the times it's in the morning or it's at night because I have school during the day. So I work my business in the morning, lunch break, and at night when I'm done studying, right? Like before I go to bed for like an hour and a half. So that's what I do. I'll post a giveaway post, and then honestly, I'll let that sit for like a whole entire day. I'll let that sit for people to comment and accumulate comments. So then I can work through that. And then I'm getting up a lot of posts all at once kind of thing. So what I have them post, I'll message them and just be like, hey, will you throw up a quick, simple post for me? And I'll get you entered into whatever giveaway that we're doing. And then they say yes. And it just depends what post to do. So like I'll do like a mix. So I'll do giveaway posts. I do Thermofite X posts. And then I'll do Thermofite X. What else do I do? Coffee, I guess, and like distributor posts. But it just kind of depends. I like to do a mix. But like if your host to posts are slowing down, then do more giveaway posts. So that way, when people are posting a giveaway post for you, their friends are seeing that, and then you're asking them to put up like product posts for you. I hope that makes sense. That's how I keep my host to post rolling through the week, is having people do that for me. But yeah, I use Thermofite X Host to Post, and I'm sure if you guys do this too, you'll have, yeah, I use the one Murphy just dropped. But I'm sure if you guys do host post, you have the same people over and over and over commenting on your giveaway posts. Well, that's fine. Just switch up what they're having to say. Do product, do giveaway, do business, do whatever. Recently, so I've been using that one that Murphy just dropped in the chat. But today I kind of switched it up and I made my own giveaway post for them to put up. And I said, drop your battery percentage. And that's been blowing up. So what I love about Host to Post is you can be creative. You can do your own thing with it. If something's not working for you, or if some reason a post is not getting attention, switch it up. When I did that 20 years ago one, it was blowing up. But then for some reason this week, it wasn't really getting as much attention. So I switched it. Switch it up. It's not going to hurt anything, and it'll get you more comments on things. And then I did write down to talk about word board, but you guys hit it on the head on the nail. Like, it's word board. It will literally make your life so easy. It's amazing. I love it. But just because I'm like, Host to Post is my jam, I love Host to Post, it doesn't mean I don't do the other things. I still post live posts. I still post product posts. I still make my products on my story every single morning. It's just getting into that routine. My life literally got like upended this fall because of PT school. So I had to learn like a whole new entire routine. So just getting into that routine, I make my celery every morning, and then I go to class, and then I come home, I make my coffee, and I work during my lunch. And just because you're busy doesn't mean you can't fit this in your day. It takes like an hour to get things done. And then also with Host to Post, how I enroll so much is, so the people who comment on like my Thermofite X, I do a ton of Thermofite X sales. I will continually keep following up with those people who were interested in the Thermofite X. So make sure you're writing down all your potentials and following up with them, because following up is super, super important, because people just forget. But then I also upsell. I use the messages Murphy sent in the chat. So I will get their number, go through the whole conversation, get their number, and then I will upsell them right before I either place it for them, or I send them the cart. So that's what I do for upselling. What do you say when you follow up with them? It kind of just depends where I leave off in the conversation. One follow-up that I use a lot is, hold on. It just is like, let me find it really quick. It's super basic. Some of them are just like, hey, I'm putting in orders now and I thought of you. I'm placing last minute orders for my discount and I wanted to see if you wanted to get me if you wanted me to get yours in real quick. And Brittany, I can send you my follow-ups too after this. They're just really basic, and it just kind of depends where I leave off in the conversation. So if it's just like talking about Thermofite X, then I'll be like, do you have any questions about the product? You did a giveaway. Like, what do I ask them to put up for me, or what do you mean? When you do the giveaway, what's one thing you use all the time? Oh, I can send you that too. But basically, it's just like, hey, thank you for commenting. I have it all on my word board, but it's just like, hey, thank you for commenting. To secure your entry, would you be willing to put up a post up on your wall for me? I will get you entered into my drawing, and no pressure, but I'd be super, super grateful. But yeah, I do that a lot. There's something else I was gonna say, but I can't remember what it was.
Do you Host to Post on Instagram too, or just on Facebook?
It just depends. For Instagram, I do a lot of distributor Host to Post instead.
Yeah.
Facebook, it's really where I do all my product ones.
Yeah, we were actually talking about this on one of the Zooms we did this week, that like Facebook seems to be like the place to like get all the LCs from, and then doing host to post for distributors on Facebook. I mean on Instagram.
Yeah.
So like you're host to posting for TFX. Are you upselling to people when you start
Yeah.
the conversation with them? So say like you put up a post like, you know, if you could take one tablet twice a day, blah, blah, blah. Like say you use that one. Okay. Right. So I personally, I don't use that one because I don't like get good results from it, but like everybody else uses it and gets great results. So I just do like a generic like weight loss one. But so whenever you're messaging these people, what are so say I commented and then you added me as a friend and I accepted it, and then you're going to send me a DM. What are you going to say?
If they comment on the TFX host post, I just say, hey, are you interested in weight loss? Super simple as that. And they're like, yes. And then I'll send them the Thermify X description. I'm like, does that sound good? And then they'll be like, yes. And then I'll send them the price. And if they agree to that, I'll get their phone number. And then I text them. And before I either send them a cart, because I'll ask them the same thing Murphy does. I'll ask them, can I place it for you? Or would you prefer a link? Either one, I still upsell them no matter what. I do it when I get their phone number. So I use the same upsell message as Murphy. But yeah, I go through the whole conversation and then I'll upsell them and their phone number.
Okay. So like you don't try to put a package together in the beginning.
No.
You do it afterwards. Do you do a lot of upselling?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Someone asked, sorry, I meant when you do the drop your phone percentage, when you do those types of posts. Well, those you're saying to drop your phone percentage for a chance for an entry into your giveaway, right?
Yeah. So basically, if you're asking like for the people who put up giveaway posts for you, they just basically say like, my friend Alicia is doing a $175 cash giveaway this Friday. To be entered, drop your battery percentage below or something like that.
So I'll put in, because I'm like, I just texted myself what I post, and so I got this, I think from Jade. But so whenever someone comments on one of my things like that, this is what I send them. I tell them I sent them a DM and they say, hey friend, confirm your entry into my giveaway this month. All you have to do is copy and paste the post on your wall and tag me in it. After that, I'll take care of the rest. Sound good? And they're either going to say yes or no, right?
Yeah.
And so I know you said that you switch up what you're having people post. So you guys, a lot of the times you're going to have people that are this, like I literally, every time that I put up a host to post, I know at least 7 people that are a giveaway post, 7 people that are going to comment on it.
Oh yeah.
Every single giveaway post, they comment on it, right? So I'll switch it up. So if I had them do a weight loss one for me, 2 weeks ago when I posted about this, then I'll have them do an influencer app one for me where I'll like, looking for DTs this time. And then next time I'll have them do a giveaway one. And then the time after that, I'll have them do HSN. Like it's always changing up so that their friends aren't seeing the same stuff, like them tagging me in this post. Like, who is this woman that this girl keeps talking about? Like, like why does she keep posting this? So it's always changing it up. So you guys should have like, 4 to 6 host to posts that you can rotate through with people, because you're going to have those people. But so what I did personally, like at the beginning of this month, was every host to post that I got up was only for the giveaway. I only just got up giveaway ones because like I felt like my market was getting stale of the people that were commenting, and I'm like, I need new people with new friends that have not seen my stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So
Another thing, those messages or those questions are really good, but really one thing quick that I'll do with my host to post is I'll comment a results picture as well. Sometimes I do it right away, or sometimes like I'll do it later. And then even if you do it later, it boosts that post back onto their page or onto the timeline on Facebook so that more people are seeing it. So say it didn't get seen at all, and then like a couple hours later, or like the next day, you post a result picture on it, that post now will be like on the timeline again. So it gets boosted. Um, do you send a message right away, or do you add them? So I've also had a ton of problems with my Facebook, so I don't add people anymore. What I do is on product posts and giveaway posts, I will say for giveaway, I'll just comment back. I'll say, to secure your entry, can you please send me a friend request? And then I'll go to that person's profile, and in the message bar, I'll put like what Asia put, like, hey friend, so to confirm your entry, I'll put that in the message bar, but I won't send that until they add me as a friend, because then Facebook doesn't think it's spammy. For TFX, I do the same exact thing, but the wording's a little different. I just say, hey, can you send me a friend request so I can message you more details? And then they'll send me a friend request. And then in the message bar, it'll say, hey, are you interested in weight loss? So that way, when people are sending me friend requests, I know what posts they're coming from, and I can be like, oh, send kind of thing. And I don't have to worry about, like, I don't know where this person is like coming from. So that's what I do, because my Facebook in 1 month got disabled like 5 times. So I don't mess around. However, I do use tagging. Sometimes obviously people don't tag me because they just post it without doing that, and I'll just save it to one of my host post folders. But I do have people tag me. I like it. I just like to have it on one spot. I like to be able to check on it that way. But I've never had any issues with the tagging. I know some people might have, but mine have mostly been from messaging and like friend requesting too many.
I'm just reading through these questions. We only have a couple of minutes. So whenever you comment and tell someone to send you a friend request, if they don't send you one, do you message them again?
If they don't send me a friend request, a lot of the time I'll just leave it, because I have so many up anyways, and then I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
But like if I like, for example, TFX are more important for me to go back through. So like if somebody was interested and like had commented that they were like, yes, like I would want to try this, I'll go to them. And if they never sent me a friend request, I will friend request them and send the message. And then I'll put in the comment, friend request and message sent. Like
Okay.
specific to,
That's
but for
smart.
giveaway ones,
Instead of being like, hey, can you send me that friend request? Like, you'll
yes.
just then at that point take it upon yourself and do it. And then you're not like mass adding friends.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So then
smart.
Facebook doesn't think you're spammy.
Let's see. What about people comment? They don't want to respond. So for me, if people don't, I mean, either one of us could answer this, but if I message someone and like they don't reply to my giveaway thing, I just maybe like a day or two later when I'm like scrolling through, I'll send them another message. I'll be like, hey, like today's the last day to get an entry into this giveaway. Did you still like want in? And then like if they don't answer me again, like I'm just gonna go find different people to talk to.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna like hound somebody to put up a post for me.
No, I don't. And like you can do that, but I mean I don't. And at that point they're my friend because they sent me a friend request because that message was sent, and they're still seeing my post, and they're still seeing the giveaway post that I put up, and a lot of the time they will comment on that too. So then they're getting another message, because if they comment on anything of mine, I'm still going to message them. So they're
Yeah.
still going to get another one, because that's happened multiple times.
It happens to me all the time. Someone will comment on like one of like my weight loss hosted posts, and then I'm getting kicked out now. And then like they'll, add me I'll add them and we'll be talking, and then they'll see my giveaway post and then they'll comment on that. So now I'm like, it's not me, I swear. It's probably Jade. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hopping on. I promise I'm going to get both of the recordings up on my YouTube tomorrow. Go hop on Power Hour with Jade and Sarah, because I'm going to get off of here.